Hi, good evening. Today is the 10th of July. I'm just rounding up my entire day. I think it feels good to be on my day two streak of documenting my journey. Today I was majorly spent outside the office. I had to go and pick up um, my truck. At the same time, I also had to meet with my providers to basically understand why they've been having service failures a good number of times. So went to see my mom, pick up the truck, got to the house. I had this auntie who was just nagging. I chose not to engage her basically. I just let her be. Just completely ignored her. Did not say or do anything to her, just ignored her. She just kept on insulting, disrespecting me. My mom kind of like kept quiet because she did not want to pick sides. That was done. I hopped in one of the vehicles to inspect the vehicles because I heard one of the vehicles had problems with the tires. Then I also had to like eventually I had to like test the vehicle for myself, discovered that the tires were bad. Then got the car, then headed back to the house. From the house I went to my provider's place. So I kind of discovered that mm, my provider has a shit ton of problems internally. But yeah, I think they are very comfortable with their current solution, despite the fact that it is really, really, really weighing them down. Like they can do a whole lot more, but due to them being comfortable where they are still going to be there for a while. So I am heavily considering looking for other providers. But that's by the way. So today I had like slight like an idea pop into my head because T'Challa has like a lot of things happening in my head right now. And then I discovered that with the communication system we're building for small and medium businesses, we have to make things standard. So what that means is that you can either leave the system open and allow them to tweak what they want to tweak, or we have to make our system much more open for certain things like this. And and how I'm saying this is because it will be very difficult to tell a small or medium business to set up an IVR system. So what that means is we look at their systems, we take departments, we plug them into the IVRs by ourselves, we do the recording by ourselves, and we have a couple of standard buttons that are designated for certain activities. So with that in place, the business would know how to like have to set up anything. We did it for them on their behalf. So which kind of like made sense because a lot of SMEs, like I said, we don't know how to create professional voiceovers. It is difficult. Sorry, I'm exhausted. Its time is already 8:47. Yeah, pretty exhausted. They will not know how to create professional voiceovers. They'll be lacking in a lot of things. So we figured that we need a cheap system to create professional voiceovers. And we feel like that will completely blow us, like that will completely help us because at the beginning, it's okay to do things that do not scale because that's how a lot of startups made it in their early days, doing things that were not scalable. Let me see. So that was that. So I'm supposed to work tomorrow, but tomorrow I just want to sit down and like rest. Tomorrow is my birthday. Tomorrow is my birthday. I know I have a shit ton of work to get done, but I am trying to rest. So tomorrow I asked all the workers not to come to the office, that I'm stepping out, And then when I step out, and then I just want to like, because my office is still my home where I live currently. I just want to like sit, lay in bed, probably watch movies, have like things that I just do that are completely different from my daily activities. Maybe take that time to refresh, to think of ideas, because things of ideas on how we can easily fund certain operations. Like we are considering funding adverts. Yeah, we are heavily considering funding adverts. So it makes perfect sense that we need source of funds from somewhere. Then I came across a video from the Y Combinator guys, and these guys talked about how at the early stage of a startup, they will not recommend startup guys who raise money. To be very, very sincere. And then it kind of like made sense. It sense because we have big companies, we have small companies. The big companies operate in a certain way that they create space for the small companies to basically find a problem, or maybe find a solution to a problem that the big companies are trying to solve, and they double down on that problem, and then within a couple of decades they have the market edge. But he says what happens is when you give startups this money, it's almost like taking in poison. And what it means is that when they take this money, they begin to act like the big companies, which in turn actually causes them to be relaxed, to not have that drive to push further. And this makes sense because if you zoom out of startups, you will get to realize that a lot of startups who make it big, when they start with the intention of making it big, or sometimes they act and think like big companies. But when they are now big companies, they act and think like small companies. I mean, it's a very, very interesting dichotomy, but yep, that's it. That's it. And which also made me realize that I think I'm onto something, because this entrepreneurial game is not. I'll say I'll say it's not easy, because sometimes I ask myself, I question myself that what am I really doing? Like I might as well just give up all these startup projects, and I basically have some little source of funds to fall back to almost for life if I have my proper thinking faculties. I mean, couple of properties to be managed, and then I believe it may set me up for life. Me is the keyword, but no, I want to be more. I want to do more. I want to have more. Yeah, it's a drive, I would say, but at the end of the day, I believe in doing so, everybody will have more than what they had before I stepped into the marketplace. So because it's boring, like my routines back to back. I wake up in the morning by so now I've shifted my wake time to 5 a.m., no longer 4 a.m. So sorry, I'm really tired. I woke up this morning by 4 instead of 5, but I figured that I couldn't go back to sleep because in the next 45 minutes my alarm was going to ring. I got out of bed, I was completely disoriented. Completely. Hmm? And I don't really have the choice of what to even use to show you how my head was spinning around this morning. So normal, got to the gym. My workouts were a little bit left and right. I couldn't even listen to music because that's how distorted my mind I felt almost throughout the entire day. I almost did not even do this video, but I felt no. Day two is too difficult to break the streak. So we move with that. So I'm considering doing it 75 hard. Hopefully, um, I get to complete this again, because the second 75 hard got cancelled for reasons best known to me, mostly health. So I really do not have much to do because today was mostly pick up the pickup truck. meet my providers, and come back. I basically rested. So I had a client's work that I'm currently on. I just did a couple of touches. I'm supposed to upload this mobile app to the Android Play Store and the iOS App Store. So yeah, that was what I was majorly on today. That was what I was majorly on. That is when I got back. Went to the office. So basically that's it. Tomorrow, I think tomorrow, the only thing I may do is create content. But I'm trying my possible best not to work. I want to just sit down and rest. Maybe towards the evening, think about ideas that will put money in my pocket, but at the same time, we bring money for us to basically market T'Challa very well. Because this is a product that I and my co-founder strongly believe in it. So that's it basically. I really do not have much to say today. And then I promise that I think I was supposed to be taking this content beyond this. I was supposed to be taking this content to maybe my gym, maybe me on the road, something that's much more movable, because I'm still getting used to that. So please bear with me. That's it for now. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon. Probably tomorrow, because tomorrow I have plans to record 2 long form videos. Oh, sorry, and one last thing is, I like the idea of the content I'm creating now, because the content is flowing. It's easier to get ideas. It's easier to jump on the camera and give a nice script. It's easier to articulate my thoughts. I'm getting better in my speech. So yeah, so I think, but I want to pile up, I think, about 14 days worth of content, 14 days, so I can just keep moving, keep progressing on the content, because I really know that I definitely know that I want something great with the content that I create. So thank you very much for sticking to this point of the video. I'm just documenting my journey of becoming a well-rounded man. Talk to you soon, and bye for now.